I was born on February 17th, 1938 at St. Joseph Hospital, Lorain, Ohio. My dad was a steel worker. My mom was a registered nurse. Winifred was my mother, and James, my father. Two younger brothers, Timothy, who passed away unfortunately last Thanksgiving, and my youngest brother, Daniel. Of course, they're all in their 60s. I was virtually an only child until I was 9 years old. I'm the oldest. For the first 11 years of my life, I lived at 1809 East 34th Street, which is a South Lorain residence. When I was 11, my parents bought a home. This is post-war baby boomers. I'm not a boomer, but my two brothers are. So I went to school in South Lorain. I spent most of my elementary years at Lowell Elementary. And then my family, as I say, we moved when I was 11. So the last half of my 6th grade, because we had moved into a different district, I went to Oakwood School. Then junior high school, which are now called middle schools. And back then in Lorain, you went 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. You only went to the high school for the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Part of that was space, because remember, all these kids are now coming along, the boomers. My junior high years were all spent at Whittier Junior High, and then my high school years at Lorain High School, and I'm old enough to say that all my buildings have been demolished. So my current time on the board began January 1st of 2008, and I've just begun my 9th year. The board, by law, is a unique instrument. It's different than other elected positions because, as you know, we have separation. We have 3 branches: executive, legislative, judicial. Board members play all 3 roles. We have 3 main duties, as stated by Ohio law: to hire the superintendent and the treasurer. Number 2, our job is to create board policy to meet the obligations of the Ohio Constitution. That's the legislative part. To ensure equal opportunities to all children. And our third role is to provide the financing required to carry out the policies. The fad that began in 1898, and I think it was a great idea, not just because I was part of it. Students could begin school at either the traditional date and now only date of August or September, but depending on where your birthday fell, you could also begin in January. My birthday was February, so I qualified for the January admission. And so you would begin school in January, take the first half of a grade, have your summer vacation, come back, take the second half of the grade. And when you got to high school, you finished your senior year in January, not June. And therefore, there were 2 graduations at Lorain High School, one in January and one in June. I graduated with the class of 1956A. The June class was the B class. So all through your 12 years, you were either in the A or B class. But that was all changed in 1948-49.